Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Ladder Up, where Statland is bad and we should all feel bad. I hope you're having a good day. I'm having just a great time. Just a great time. We're in the 1400s. We played Elio Midas yesterday, rated at 12 to 64, which I honestly want to even know how it's possible. Also, a very famous VGC player, Ashton Cox, very famously did this thing where he just made, I think, a purposefully bad team with the goal of seeing how low he could get rated on Battle Spot. I think he got to like 1,000 or lower, maybe like 900, which I think is pretty cool. Like, I honestly wouldn't mind like doing a stream one time where it's just playing a bad team to try and like purposely lose. Anyways, a water door here has a double ducks with Tapu Lele, Metagross, Coco, and Raichu, which is, to say, very concerning. Here's the thing. If my opponent leads Lele, we gotta lead one thing. My opponent leads Double Ducks, we gotta lead another. Tricky, tricky. Metagross is an issue as well. I mean, should I go Gigalith Coco? No. I think I should go... My opponent's got to be going after the Trick Room mode, so like... I'm probably doing this wrong, but I'm going to bring... I'm going to bring these ones. I think this is weird. I don't know. This team is very strange. I'm Strange Panda. I just threw some stuff together. I promise you I'll have a much better team next week. Also, I'm not sure how my opponent's going to go. My opponent goes Lele, Metagross. We're in trouble. Well then. Well then. That's fun. I have a plan. I have a plan. It's not a good one. Not a good one. I don't have Politoed. Oh, crap. I thought I had Politoed. Never mind. This is not going to work. Well, then. We probably want to switch that. Let's just go for an Earthquake, just because. We'll damage the Lele. Possible. We'll bring in a Rangaroo here. Nice critical hit. Actually makes me think a Thunder would have taken it. No, Thunder would have taken it out. We'll bring in a Rangaroo here. And we'll go for an Earthquake. If my opponent doesn't double into Gigalith, I think we can pick up some nice damage here. Psychic into the Rangaroo slot. Yeah, we resist that. Nice. And then... Oh, it's Life Orb. Meteor Mash into the Gigalith, yeah. But we live that. We don't live that. Why did I think we... It's Choice Banded Metagross. It's Choice Banded Metagross, that's why. That's why. That would be why. It's locked into Meteor Mash. Another thing is, does my opponent double into the Rangaroo? I think you do. I also think you might want to switch out Lele. I don't know. I've got to get this up, and I've got to get enough damage on Metagross so I can knock it out. But I gotta have to hopefully not get too much damage on Wishy Washy. Yeah, because I'm trying to trick him and get Wishy Washy in for free. So that's going to be what, a Meteor Mash into the Coco, which won't do anything to Wishy-Washy. So this is nice. This should put us in a decent position, I think. If that wasn't Choice Bandit and we had lived that Meteor Mash, we would have picked up 2 KOs turn 1, which would have been super chill, and been able to get up Trick Room for pretty much for free. Does hit into... Okay. Oh, come on! Critical hits are fun. Critical hits are fun. This is a fun game. It's a fun game. Having a great time. Having a great time. So now the thing is, if my opponent has like anything, we lose. Lele just protected. Metagross is clearly banded. Lele, I don't think can knock out. Meteor Mash can miss though. Dazzling Gleam is not going to knock out Metagross. I kind of need it to. I got to lock into Muddy Water, which is stupid. Yeah. I can't let these two things sit here and do all this damage. Oh, it does knock out Metagross. Good. That's what you get. Critical hit. Critical hit my Rangaroo. Bail you out. Thing is, if my opponent has double ducks in the back, I lose. I just straight up lose. Just the worst. Yeah. And it comes down to what's in the back. If it's Pelipper Golduck, there's no point. It's something else we have a chance. Raichu Coco. Raichu Coco? Well, there's still no point. Still no point. Because, yeah, my opponent just going to stoke Spark Surfer. I can't protect with Wishy-Washy, so there's no point. Now, if we had Trick Room up, it'd be a whole different story. A whole different story. We would have knocked out. We would have had 2 turns minus a protect to double Surf. No, because the Fake Out would have disrupted one of them. So, you know, we would have had 1 turn to double Surf, which would have knocked both these out. And there's the Stoke Spark Surfer. Cool animation, though. Yeah. Probably gonna have to cover this up. I don't know. Last time I saw Stoke Spark Surfer, did I get a copyright claim against me? No, that was the Evolution one. That was the Extreme Evo Boost. Yeah, this is going into Wishy-Washy. This is overkill, by the way. This thing's going to annihilate this fish. That fish just got destroyed. It's a cool move, and I think it also does. I think it always paralyzes, which is kind of nifty. And then this, which probably knockout, honestly. It does. It hits Thunder in the sand, so that's cool. Good game. Good game. I feel accomplished. Very interactive. Oh, man. Meteor Mash crit. Threw everything down the drain. Although, you could argue that's my fault for being bad. I deserve that because I'm bad. And I'm bringing this team, which is not great. I like the Stoke Spark Surfer. I kind of want to bring it. I didn't even think about that as an option, but that's pretty cool. I mean, it seems pretty strong, especially in electric terrain. It seems pretty strong. Get one more. I like Coco Raichu. I know it's had some success in the past. I know my friend Ethan Paco Taco. He got top 16 at, I forget which regional. Was it Fort Wayne, maybe? At some regional last year with it. It's pretty cool. He's also using a Miss Magus, which is pretty neat. But the only problem is that I feel like everything's so bulky now that it just doesn't do... Like, if you don't have super effective damage, I don't feel like you're picking up KOs, which is very important because you're pretty frail. You get KO'd in return pretty easily. Surge Surfer is pretty cool. I like that. That's pretty neat. What else? What else to do? What else would you put on that team? I guess, yeah, Coco Raichu, and then, yeah, it was Thunder top of Coco, which makes sense because you had Rain, but I don't know. I'm not sold on Thunder. I mean, I got Thunder, but I definitely probably want to bring Politoed that game, just so I could Thunder, because that would have been nice. Because Thunder would have KO'd the Metagross in terrain. It would KO the Lele in terrain, I think. It looked like it was just like, you know, max speed, max attack, max special attack, Life Orb. I love this. This is fun. I love when we spend half the episode looking for an opponent. Oh god, so much fun. Woo! Yeah. Check that SD card, baby. That sounded suggestive. Forget I ever said that. Oh, what team do you want to use? Oh, this one. Who knows? Maybe I'll switch from these other random ones I have for an episode or two. But I feel like I'll just play it out with this, see how it goes. At this point, I feel like you're probably just about as tired of this format as I am. I'm kind of really ready for the next format. You know, I feel like I've explored as many team building options as my brain can physically handle in one season. I mean, we've had 200 plus episodes of Ladder Up, like 1373. It's happening. It's happening. It's not even a bad looking team. What? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Rangaroo's weak to fighting, isn't it? I think so. And we're gonna go ahead and the question is, I think I go full Trick Room, but can I knock out Bulu with 2 Surfs? I don't think so. I think I have to Ice Beam it. Marowak's a problem. Marowak means, because otherwise I'd love to go Coco Politoed, but I think Marowak means I can't do that. I think Wishiwashi. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. Also, I'd like to point out that the Scizor in that last game outsped my Politoed. Or not last game, a couple games ago. Outsped my Politoed out of Trick Room. So that was pretty fast. I think this is minimum speed Politoed too. Just strange, but not the weirdest thing. Okay, so this is fine. I have half a mind to just not even fake out the Gyarados. Shadow Flare Blitz. Actually, I have in mind to switch in Politoed, and because what can the? I'm just gonna play it safe. What can the Marowak do to a Rangaroo? It can Flare Blitz. We live a Flare Blitz, so that's fine. Okay. I didn't expect the 13-something rated player to make a decent play into a Rangaroo. Yeah. Oh, into Hariyama. That does a lot of damage in recoil. Okay, now we start making moves. So now I think we switch in Politoed. Go for a sweet knockoff into the Gyarados. Knock off a possible berry, just whatever. It might want to switch out. I don't know. But, I mean, Marowak, we can just hit with a Surf and knock it out. We're not too worried about that. We are worried about, and we're going to weaken it with the rain. We're going to weaken its flare blitz with the rain. Gyarados I'm worried about. I need to get some damage on Gyarados. That's the important thing. You know, could I pick up a knockout on Marowak? Fine, but that just gives him a free switch into something else. I'd rather just, you know, if Gyarados wants to switch out to, like, Preserve Intimidate, I can knock off something coming in. If it's got a berry, I can knock it off. It just does decent damage. You know, it'll do a nice little chunk of damage. And then if my opponent gets weird and attacks an Politoed, then we can get a Rangaroo Wishiwashi in for free. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty chill. Knock off. Does okay damage. Shadow Bone into... I'm fine with that. I'm super fine with that. Waterfall. That's so incredibly perfect. Thank you. Alright. So now, we get a Rangaroo, get Wishiwashi. And we should be able to start surfing stuff. My opponent here, I imagine, is going to protect Marowak and try and do something with Gyarados. But I hate to break it to you, your best play is probably double protect. Because I'm going to just do this. And I will do this because Surf can't miss. Muddy Water is cool because it gives you accuracy drops, but Surf can't miss. I think your best play here is to actually just sack your Marowak because you know it's not doing anything else in this game. You know my 3 Pokemon. It does nothing to any of these. Protect Gyarados, sack your Marowak, and then get in like Bulu or something. Try and get in Bulu for free and hope you can survive these attacks. I think that's your best bet. That's probably your best chance of winning. And again, I'm 1471, something like that. So who should listen to anything I say? If that's Bulu, oh my god, that's such a mistake. That's such a mistake. Because that can live 2 Surfs, I imagine, but it's not gonna live 4. I don't believe it's gonna live 4. And even if it's Iron Ball, it's not gonna underspeed this Wishiwashi. Here's the first. So unless it's got a Wiki Berry, it's not living these. And that's resisted. Resisted spread damage on both of those. And Gyarados has got decent special defense too. You see that? That was 2. So that was the mistake there. Was bring it in there because unless it's got a Super Berry, it's getting knocked out here. Because there's 2 turns of Trick Room left, which means Ninetales. Okay. That actually helps you a little bit. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? But that, I think it's knocked out too, actually. Another thing I originally had on this team was hopefully it's not a berry, Bulu, but I originally had Rain Dance on a Rangaroo actually, just for the situation. It didn't happen very often, but it was helpful when I had it. But then I originally didn't have Politoed, and I threw Politoed on there as a way to get Rain. Yeah, the biggest problem with Trick Room teams, obviously, is you need Trick Room to have speed, to outspeed things. But you only get, really, if your opponent just double protects with both Pokemon 2 of the turns, which they can easily do, you only get really 2 turns to do damage. So you gotta take advantage of them. So spending turns, like switching in and out of Politoed or something like that, it's just not equitable. And it's not a Berry Bulu. So that's game. That's game. Woo! Feels good. Feels good to win once. This is what I've always wanted from Wishiwashi. It's just not that good. That's the problem. Like, look, it needs to do this damage. The damage it needs necessary. It has to have choice specs. pretty much it either needs choice specs. If you have choice specs and rain, that's great, but it's super hard to get both. That's why I kind of just threw choice specs on it, because Torkoal gets a boost from the sun. And that's what makes it super viable. It's a super strong spread move in Eruption, and it gets boosted by the sun. Wishy-Washy has super high special attack, but it doesn't really have a super strong move. The strongest move it has that's reliable is Surf. Surf and Muddy Water. So, like, you know, it's not the best thing in the world. Do I have any chicken turns left? I'm just going to go ahead and let's play it safe and instruct Surf. There's no reason not to. You're going to protect. Oh, you forfeit. Yeah, say that's really, you know, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, you have. So I think in the damage calculations, the choice spec Surf off of Wishy-Washy is slightly stronger than the Torkoal Eruption at full power. The way it works out, because Torkoal's only like 90 or 95 base special attack, but Eruption's 150 plus the sun boost. Whereas Wishy-Washy is 140 special attack, but with 90 base power Surf. So I think they work out. Actually, the Wishy-Washy is probably maybe slightly weaker, but the choice specs gives you the damage boost you need. However, it does lock you into a move, which is not super great. It's hard to play around. So the rain was basically like, well, if I get 2 turns to do damage, I gotta make the most out of them I can. And that's why like the eject button Polytoad was like kind of my cheeky way to try and do that. It's worked out okay. Anyways, that's it for Ladder Up. I hope you liked it. If you did, feel free to hit that like button down below. If you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And I hope to see you back for another episode of Ladder Up, where we play one more game, or 2 or 3. I don't know. Who knows? You'll see. Little Miss Moffat sat on her toffet. Bye.